once you are able to see the screen. Sharing the screen, please confirm once you are able to see the screen. Is it visible? Okay, thank you. So yesterday we were, I just started the service. Yeah, it is done. Yeah, node is also running. I'm just taking the local host to manage users. This is where we were in. So we were able to see this and we deleted the record and the edit. We wanted to inline edit we want to do. So you can edit it and then toggle. So now we want to make this hello and ABC2 or whichever, wherever you click on edit, that row you want that to be made it as an editable field. This is what our idea was yesterday. So this is what we are going to do. Other way we can do also, we can open a pop-up, we can open a dialog box. Inside the dialog, we can have that editable columns displayed and you can edit it and save it. That's another way of doing it. First we'll learn about how to do it in the inline, then we'll talk about the other things. So how to do that inline side. So I'll just go here. This is my code. This is my code. I'm in this. I know that email and name can be edited. So I know which column can be edited. And this column has to be part of this TD. TD is nothing but a column. So it has to be within the TD. So in TD, what I can do is span, right? NGF. Yesterday we have added one new value, new row column inside that. So edit mode. So element.edit mode, if it is true, element.edit mode, if it is true, I want to show it differently. If it is not true, I just want to show this email as it is. There is no change to this. If it is not true, no change to this. If it is true, I want to do it differently. So this I can use it as span. Within TD, I'm using a span and then I'm managing the record. In case if it is true, another span. If it is true, I want to now make it as an input box. Input box, so I call it as input tag. First we'll do it for one. So input doesn't have a closing tag. Everything is part and parcel of attributes. So I can say input ng model. Usually name parameter is equally important in input. So you can give the name parameter. In our case, the name parameter is nothing but element dot name email. In this case, it is email, element dot email. So, and then ng model, it's a, I don't know whether this has to be done like this or vice versa. Let me just check. LG model equals element, again element dot email, because this is what the changes should go. This is where the changes that you do, it should go here. On click on it, what you do is another thing. So on click of this save button, I want to take the value from email, element.email. So that is also it is possible. So I'm not putting a form data here. I'm not, because I'm not doing any validation or anything. You can type your value. I leave it to you to make it as a form control as well. You just have to create one email as a form control. From that form control, you can add all that validation, everything you can add, which we have already seen it in the different place. So name. So I'm not sure whether it is open braces, then this, I just check internet. Why I need to run, fail, then come back. ng model, dual binding, double binding, whatever, two-way binding. Yeah, it is curly braces, then this. So first is square braces, then inside. So I've given it, let us save it and then check. If any error, it will show us an error. So input tag, name, ng model, I'm not put any class or anything. I've not done anything to this. No CSS, nothing. Just to show you now how it works. That's all. So after this, once you click on save, later, I'll come to that little later. First is, let me see whether it is compiling properly. It is not compiling. ng model, since it is not the known property of input. Input ng model, m model. Is it like this or I don't know? I'll just check. Input ng model is by default it should be available. Ng model cannot bind since it is not the known property of mat input. Mat input material design, but ng model is nothing to do with that. Okay, let me check. Ng model, right? Ng model, two-way binding. Ng model, this is correct only. So that is okay. Then ng model is not a known element, it is saying. But I'll just check. But mat input should not be a candidate here. Element only I'm using. So element is already declared. That's not an issue. Email is there. Maybe this name, I'll take it out. The name property is important for email. No, it is failing again. ng model email, not known property of, cannot bind known property of input. It should be ng if element edit mode is true. Input mat input is okay. Ng because I need to take the value out. It's an input tag. ng model should work. Thng container table, ng container mat table, mat input, ng model element dot email. Element equal to symbol is true. ng model is true. ng model is true. Okay, let me just remove this, see what happens. Is that giving any error? No error. Okay, let me just go here. HTML. Is there anything? Oh, mat input. Oh, sorry. Mat input I have not included as part of my module. Okay, that is in register page. I have added that. Mat input module. I need to add this input module there. This is the biggest problem. That's why we do it in the global, we do it everything, but that is also not good. Anyway, no problem. We'll add it. Mat input module. Okay, so this is mat input, sorry, mat input module. So mat input module is added now. Manage users page, HTML, undo, save it.
Sir, mat input, mat I should be caps.
It should be capped. Okay, I here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me check now. So still it is failing. ng model. Let me just rerun. ng serve. Oh, somewhere, some other problem. ng model. output. I'll make it as binding first. Input value. Failing. Compile. Failing. ng model itself is not again. It is somewhere something going wrong. Mat input is okay. Register page, what I have done. Register mat input module, then register component. I have not used anything else. That's a form validator. We are not using form validator now. HTML, we don't use here mat input, that is okay. Mat I capital, okay. Mat form field, I don't need a map form field or anything. Cannot bind mat element dot email. Okay, let me just remove it for time being, but it is not a solution. For time being, I just remove it. Remove it. Manage user. Register module. Map as project. Manage user component. HTML. I'll just remove this for time being. I'll come back to this. FS. Otherwise, I have to create a. First, let us see whether it is working or not. Edit. So it should become an edit box. It's a normal edit box, but we are not passing the value now. It is a normal edit box. As soon as if I click save, it becomes a normal. If I click, it becomes this way. So in that way, it is okay. It is working effectively. Only thing is now I'll just put a mat form field. It should not be the case, but anyway, I'll use that. I'll copy paste from register page. That is faster. HTML. Just I take this field, mat form field. Then form control name is there. That form control name needs to be used. So form control name needs to be used. Form control name email. So instead of this, I'll just call it as element.email. Email only, but I need to bind that email. There are little bit to do. To declare here control name, say email equal to new form control. Then I have to add that form control in the top. That has got added automatically. So form control is null for time being. So validator, compose, etc., etc. For time being, I've just null. So this email, as soon as I click on edit, instead of edit user, I'll just do one thing, asynchronous, not asynchronous.
Sir, I couldn't be able to view
Edit.
your screen.
On click edit, what I'll do is that put it as a
Sir, screen is not
here
visible.
I cannot, screen is not visible.
Yes, sir. Right now it got off.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Equals edit form control. Instead of this, I'll do it here. I put it here. Row dot email, edit email equals new form control, right? edit email, name edit email, so required field, etc. So I remove this mat. Error also I remove it for time being. I'm not validating it for time being. So this mat form field I've added because of this problem. I've added as a mat form field. Let us see how it works. Right, mat form field, I need to add the form control to the module. Form control to the module I need to add. Form control. Form control I need to add it as this I have to add it as part of my this and this. And this I need to add it as part of my form module, mat form field, both I need to add. So I'll come back to this component, not component, module. I add this slowly. Then I have here a forms module, reactive forms module, then mat form field module. I've added all those. Then this will work. Mat form module will work. This will have intern integration to this. Let us see there is no error. First is there should not be any error in the compilation. That is what our first aim is. So it is generating, it is successfully done. That means mat form field will work. So edit, label, mat input, mat form control, edit email. Sorry, it is not edit email like this. It is element dot edit email. Element dot edit email. I am in the FS project. Yeah, because it's an element within element email. That is what it is. So as we click on edit, we are assigning that to this element. So that value will be as same as that value. That value we'll take it up when you click on save. I want to take it up, that value, and store it as part of my email and then process the update command. So that is what our aim was. So I just did that. Successfully execute this thing. Now if I click, so here you can see email. On click, I got the email. So it has gone as a label. You can remove the label, all that you have, you know how to do it. So abc2 or abc3@gmail.com is my saved value. I click on that saved value. You will get, now I'm getting the old value because I have not modified it. I have to modify that as well. So element.email, let me go back to HTML. So new form control email. So row.email is what I'm making it happen. So row.email is a form control now. So row.email, edit email, that edit email is what we are calling there. So I can put it here, console log. Console log result.rows is there. We can check that as well. We can check that. Right click, inspect element, console log. So it has given an error. Form control must be used in the parent form group directive. Form group instance. You can create one of this class. Form group, div form group, first name, my group. Oh, it is not, actually it is not enabled. Still there is a problem. My group, form control, new form control. You have to use it in this way. That is what he is trying to say. It should be part of a form group, parent form group, form control name. Okay, I'll just use form control. I don't want form control name. I'll just use form control. I have to bind it like this. Form control also it is possible. I'll just make it as form control. Let us see whether it is giving any error or anything. As of now, no error. No error as of now. So user collection, it is accepting that user collection. Now data, I'll just go to the mat table source. Okay, I got to go to rows. Rows we have added edit email. You can see now it is form control, valid, value is abc.gmail. So this now for each row, you need to see that edit email row. For each of the row, you can see that edit email row. Form control, that edit email is valid, value is abc2.gmail.com. If I now click, what happens? Now you can see email abc2@gmail.com. The value is appearing now as soon as you click. So if I now change it, but it is not gone back to abc2 email, it has not gone back. If I change it to 3, if I click on save, it will not store back, it will slow the old value only, because the new value is the different data set. The what I'm showing it is a different data set. So that is, this can be changed like this as well. So I can put it then email. Once I click the save button, I need to do the other activity. Once I click the save button, what do you want to do? So I come back to this component here. Once I click on the save user, so this I don't now do because I've already done this. It is taken care. Now if I do this edit user, what do you want me to do? Before I do it, so instead of now row, that is element, right? Element dot email equals, right? Element dot edit email, it's a form control, dot value. It's a form control, dot value. If I put, I will get the actual value. I'm storing now to the email. So after that, I'm going to the save button. So at the time of saving, I want to do this, right? And then edit user. Edit user, already we have a edit user, everything is done. So it will save the record. It will bring back the record. So I'll just put now, I'll just put here console log param. Edit user, I'll just say element. Okay, because param. I just put param here. So just putting that, so that what I'm saving, you will know. All other things we have already completed yesterday. So I save this now. So what I'm now doing, edit email control value I'm transferring to the email, and that email is used here, and that param is what? That means edited value should appear here. Now that is abc@gmail.com. I save it, already saved. Make sure there is no compilation error. No compilation error. So I saved it. Now run it. Execute. Edit ABC3, right? Save it now. I'm just clicking on save and keep your console log open. So save it. So console log, oh, nothing has happened because I'm not configured this edit user in the common mistake that we generally do. I have to edit user, I need to map it to the save button, right? Save button, I need to map it here. So element, click, semicolon, I can call the function element. This way I can pass that value. Now both will work. Toggle also will work. This also will work. You want toggle to happen later, you can use this and that, anything. So first you call the edit user, then you call the element. So both is fine. So I have an element, I have a param. So I'll just put it here, element as well. Okay, element also I'm printing, param is also I'm printing. Save all. So I'm just now, it is putting edit, edit. Oh, it is going back. Sorry. That is because this guy is saving and calling that fresh. Again and again it is calling that fresh guy. So what I'll do is edit user mode. I don't want to do that. So click will change it. So Control X. I'll put it here. Okay, this is not the right thing, but I'll just put it here. We need to modify our span accordingly. Edit user bracket element. This is not the right way to do it. I need to have I cannot have a two TDs as well. But I have to treat it as an independent thing. Div. I have to use a div, or I do one thing. So this, okay, let this be. Let this be. Let us see what happens. Control save as. Click edit user element. I am passing that element, curly braces, everything is done. Now I click save button. Click here. Now it is okay. Changing it. Now I am clicking on save button. I am clicking on save button now. So you can see now ABC3 has come because you have realigned. You have realigned the data. Now you can see user collections row, edit user, this is the parameter, and then this is my object. So email, etc. I got that email. This is my input parameter. This is my etc. Both are available now. Edit mode is true, etc. So I can do this as well. So we can pass this directly here, but both click events will work under this stage. So you can now click here. I'll change it to ABC2. ABC2, save it. It is ABC2. Now if I put ABC1, what will happen? That will now what you need to see now. If I put ABC1 here, that is already existing email. So it is a duplicate email. If it is duplicate email, as per my code, what I am doing, just check as per my code what I am doing. If email is there, console log result.message. So I'm just console log I'm putting. So I'm not calling this not admin user, but I have reassigned the value here. So I have to do some more thing here. Okay. Only if it is successful, I need to assign the value. If it is not successful, I should not assign the value. I should not assign the value if it is not successful. I should keep the old value as it is, and the message has to be displayed. Error message has to be displayed. So I need only change to be done only if it is successful. Otherwise, I should not do it. Then what I need to do here, I have to do it now. Element dot edit email dot value. This is what I need to use now. Otherwise, old value will go. Old value will go. So I should not allow the old value to go. So if there is no change, there is no point in saving the record. Okay, so element param, param will have a new value, element will have the old value. And if param is saved successfully, I am replacing that element v value automatically to the new value, and I'm again refreshing the fresh page. Both are fine. So I just save this now, already done. Element, edit, ABC. First is I go with the successful message, save it. So now it has changed. ABC3, edit, make it to ABC1, already existing one. Already existing one. I'll clear the screen before I do anything. I clear the console log so that you will see only the message. Save it. You can see now duplicate key. Constraint, unique constraint, users.email key. Because it doesn't allow the same email, so I'm showing the old value here itself. That means it has not changed to the ABC1. So I'm showing the old value. That is why I did it after the success, so that value is not changed. The same thing we can do it for hello also, full name also. That is simple now. Very simple. First is I need to add here edit email, edit name, row.email, row.name. My job is done. Control is created. New form control that is created. Rows are assigned. This now I'm just putting it now. User collection. One output. delete user, edit user, all other things will remain same. The name, element name, instead of element dot edit dot name dot name, element dot name equals element dot edit name dot value. So it is value, not name. It is value, all small letters. Edit name is a form control. Because it's a form control, dot value is holding the value of the thing. ID will remain the same. ID will not change. HTML, I need to copy paste this. For name field, I need to copy paste. Control span, element ID, element email, element name. So span. So I just paste everywhere name. Instead of email, I'll put name. Edit mode. If email, instead of email, I'll just give it as name. Then here it is name field. Here also it is a name field. Right? Instead of form control name, I'm using form control. That's the difference, because form control name is I need to have a form, group, etc., etc. Now I don't want, it's an independent element. Both are independent by itself. So I don't want to use a form control name. I'm using form control and using this as an independent element. There is no group involved. It's an independent element. Right? Name also I have done, control also I have done. By the time it freshes the new page, you can see here data, user collection, filtered data, data, in data value, in value if we go to 0, edit email, edit name, both are available. Edit name is holding the value of my name. Edit email is holding the value of email. So that is also taken care of. So dot value, that is why I use edit name dot value, because it's a form control candidate. So my name, those are all appearing now. Now if I click here, you can see both are you are allowing to edit. Edit, you see my name, both are appearing, both are appearing. Because of my problem in the HTML, I should remove this guy. This guy should not appear. Okay, because only span. Edit mode true, show the name. Edit mode not true, show the form control. Right, so that is taken care. Now if I click hello, if I save it, then my name. Right, so it is changing the value. So both, you are clicking on this, both values are enabled. If you are clicking on this, both, save it, cancel. No, I don't want to delete it. Somewhere accidentally I clicked on delete. So this is the way you can do the edit now. But I don't want the other one to be in edit mode. Only one has to be in edit mode. You can do all these controls. You can make that edit mode to false. Whenever some other edit is clicked, you can ensure that that edit is made false. So you can keep it in the function and then do that as well. Okay, so this is how you plan the editing inline edit. Right now what we have done is an inline edit. So inline edit, within the div, I created a span. If either this span or this span, and I created a mat form field, and then I appeared the name. You don't want the label, you have that option of removing the label as well. So in our case, we don't need a label, we can use that as well. That option also you have seen it in our previous exercises. So all that you can try and then apply it here. So tomorrow we are going to edit, we are going to do in a dialog box. In a dialog box, I want to do that edit, not in the inline edit format. So how to do it? We'll see it tomorrow. So what we'll do is we'll create the same copy of this, manage users, but we'll put the dialog there. So at the end, I can just transfer this entire FS project to you all. so that will become easier for you to refer. So tomorrow I'll take up dialog box. In dialog box is nothing but instead of inline edit, we are opening the dialog box. Okay, so that we'll take it up tomorrow. So today I end the session with this. So the exercise, you can do my exercises as I said earlier. You do only one edit should be available. How do I replace that edit to false? All that you can try it now as an additional exercise. I have not given it, but you have all the information available with you. You can use it and then do that. Okay, so I leave it at that. You can also create an index. There is a possibility of creating an index. In this, I can say I as an index. That I is available as a row content as well. I'll tell that tomorrow how to create an index for that, because which row you are in, you can pass an index as well. That is also possible. So I leave it at that today. So any questions, please let me know. I stopped my share. Any questions if you have, you let me know. Otherwise, I'll close the session for today. Tomorrow we'll see how to open the dialog. How do we manage a dialog box? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye.